Good evening and welcome to our Tri-M Induction. I am Owen Kelly, Chapter President. Thank you for attending our ceremony tonight to help celebrate our chapter and our new inductees. And now, we will begin the ceremony. Christoph Watsanzato will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of our national anthem by the Tri-M members of Chamber Singers and Treble Choir. Please stand if you are able.
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, then remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Friends and family, please be seated. Members and candidates, please stay standing and join together to sing the Tri-M loyalty song, Music Masters, Hail to Thee. Members and candidates, please be seated. I would now like to acknowledge our Wakefield Memorial High School administrators, the teachers of the Wakefield Music Department, and the Wakefield Music Boosters, all of whom play a substantial role in the success of our musical activities and of our Tri-M chapter. I would especially like to acknowledge and thank our Director of Visual and Performing Arts, Mr. Thomas Bankert. At this time, I would like to introduce our chapter advisor, Lakefield Memorial High School Choral Director, Ms. Anna Morel.
Thank you, Owen. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our annual induction ceremony. Tonight, we will induct students who have met the necessary Tri-M criteria and have accepted invitations to become active members of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. We will also recognize the continuing members of our chapter. I'd also like to take this opportunity to formally announce that Mr. Phil Cataldo is joining me this year as a co-advisor for our chapter. Unfortunately, he was unable to be here at tonight's induction because of a previous commitment, but we are thrilled to have his leadership and collaboration as a new part of our chapter. At this time, I'd like to introduce the student officers of our chapter. Officers, please stand when your name is called. Owen Kelly is the president. Zacchaeus Zyvan is the vice president. Jalak Patel is the secretary. Siobhan Lombardi is the treasurer. and Dina Delady is the historian. We thank them for their leadership and for their service to our Tri-M chapter. Finally, we will officially recognize the Tri-M Induction Planning Committee at this time. These students worked very hard the last few weeks to organize tonight's induction ceremony, and I would like to thank them for their work. Please help me in thanking Zakiya Saiban, Nick Wiedemeyer, Elizabeth Police, Jalak Patel, Siobhan Lombardi, Christoph Locke-Zanzato, Owen Kelly, and Dina Delady. Throughout our induction tonight, we will be hearing special performances from our members. First up, we'll have Dina Delady on cello and Nicolo Labiniak on saxophone playing Billy Joel's Vienna, arranged by Dina herself. Thank you so much, Dina and Nicolo. At this time, our officers will describe the meaning of Tri-M and its emblem.
The name Tri-M was derived from the original name of the Honor Society Modern Music Masters. The first letter M signifies modern. That which is new in any age is called modern. It is only in looking back that descriptions such as old, classical, or romantic are given to those art forms that had formerly been accepted as modern. Let us remember that we should study the past to effectively plan our future. This is a youth organization, and with each succeeding year, its membership will be made up of young people such as you. Therefore, our honor society will never grow old, but will be eternally modern. The second letter M signifies music. According to the Random House Dictionary of the English Language, music is the art of sound that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, melody, harmony, and color. Music was present even before there was written language, and from that time to the present, it has been a source of communication. Music is the universal language. Music is what unites our Triumph chapter.
The third letter M signifies masters. In the art field, the custom has been given the title of master to those who have achieved a high degree of proficiency. The students in Triumph are all members of the honors ensembles at Wakefield High School and are, therefore, music masters.
Our candidates for induction tonight are music students who have been selected on the basis of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Scholarship represents scholastic achievement and open-mindedness towards knowledge and truth. Character emphasizes a devotion to high ideals and recognizes no barriers between people of diverse backgrounds. Leadership guides us to greater undertakings, and service encourages assistance and kindness to others. A member of the Triumph Music Honor Society is one who sets a good example, is always willing to assist those students who are striving to better themselves in the music department, and always remembers that honor brings responsibility. Tonight, we will ask our candidates to accept this honor of membership and responsibility.
We will now explain the meaning of the Triumph emblem. Each candidate for induction will receive a Triumph pin that bears this emblem. As members, we wear our pins to important events to signify our pride and membership in this Triumph chapter.
The Triumph emblem was designed to symbolize the function and purpose of the Honor Society. The music staff, the lyre, and the scroll represent the members' proficiency and service in the field of music. The triplet figure in the form of an M symbolizes the three M's in the name Modern Music Masters, from which the Society's name was derived. Next, I'm happy to introduce another performance by our members. The next performance will feature Haley Alaco, Sam Bordenaro, Naya Shankauer, and Siobhan Lombardi singing Spez by Mia Makaroff.
Quis davis, ut sapiences, et quis coniovit, solutiones verutionem. Quis davis, ut sapiences, et quis coniovit, solutionem te dominari super spiritus, nec cohibere spiritum, nec habet potestatem supra diem mortis, supra diem mortis, supra diem mortis, metis,
Thank you, Haley, Sam, Nye, and Siobhan. It is my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this evening, Mr. George Ogata. Over the course of his career, Mr. Ogata has worked with many organizations of both youth and adults. He was the conductor of the Longji Youth Chamber Orchestra for 17 years, and he helped found the MIT Summer Philharmonic Orchestra and the Massachusetts Youth Symphony Program. He has been the music director and conductor of the Reading Symphony Orchestra since 2014. As a resident of Wakefield, he has raised his children here while inspiring his music journey along the way. Mr. Ogata has made connections with several Wakefield Music and Tri-M members through his conducting work. As they have worked with Mr. Ogata, both in rehearsals and concerts, these students have been impacted by his passion for music making. This past season, he was the festival conductor of the MMEA Northeast Senior District Orchestra, which included several Wakefield Tri-M students. Students in his orchestra walked away from the experience with an enhanced perspective on music and performance. On behalf of our Tri-M chapter, I'd like to thank Mr. Ogata for being here tonight to speak, and I'd like to welcome him to the stage at this time.
Thank you for that warm welcome, and thank you for inviting me here today. As I've gotten older, I have found myself enthralled by philosophy, thinking about deeper and deeper questions. So tonight, I begin with philosophy, with a philosophical stance toward this shared focus of ours called music. Since philosophy tries to answer unanswerable questions, I like to ask, as a starting point, what does it mean to be musical? To answer this imponderable, I want to shift momentarily to a distinction between two important concepts that are part of our existential nature, namely being and becoming. Being is static. Being is in the now. Being is who you are, what you are, where you are right now. Don't forget the why as well. In contrast, becoming is dynamic. Becoming is active and in motion. Becoming implies direction. Becoming reflects the continuum of space and time. I'm more interested in becoming because I get to aim for what's around the corner, what's on the horizon and beyond. Becoming musical means, of course, establishing a solid foundation in music, namely being in tune, maintaining a sound rhythm, having a lovely tone, being in sync with others in an ensemble. Beyond that are the ineffables of musicality. But in my opinion, it's all possible because of courage and its alter ego, vulnerability. The more courageous you are, the more vulnerable you allow yourself to be, the more personal and therefore musical your performance becomes. With courage in one hand and vulnerability in the other, now you get to ask the fateful question, what's at stake here? Happiness or sadness? Life or death? To me, everything. Everything. Being musical means you have to make music as if the stakes are the highest, most desperate, most consequential. You're putting everything on the line. Not just a simple reveal or an implication of a feeling, but all your feelings for everyone to see and hear and feel. You would think that this is the end goal, but it's not. No way. It's not only the spark, it's not only the ignition that lights the fire, it's the way, it's the process, it's the becoming. All of a sudden, each note becomes important, each phrase becomes crucial, each extended line sings euphorically. The resulting performance necessarily gives to all those who are there cosmic meaning, because you are courageous and vulnerable enough to give it cosmic meaning. Do you see how all this dynamic complexity is part of a grand scheme called music? That being musical means becoming. Making music and being musical while you're at it is the unashamed excuse to become who you are. Moreover, it allows you to become the most comprehensive, the most fully faceted version of yourself, because it requires everything of who you are. And yes, you, with your profound and unique and beautiful voice that affirms with the rallying cry of not only I am, but also I am becoming. I leave you with two quotes that truly encapsulate what it means to be musical. First, by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Neither a lofty degree of intelligence nor imagination, nor both together, go to the making of genius. Love, love, love. That is the soul of genius. And finally, by Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. New and old members of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, I offer you my highest congratulations, and I encourage you to embrace your musical becoming. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ogata. We appreciate your willingness to be here to share your thoughts with us. At this time, I will lead our candidates through the pledge for induction. Will all the candidates for student membership please rise and repeat the pledge to show your willingness to carry out the principles of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. We, the members of the Wakefield Memorial High School Music Department, in order to foster a greater continued interest and desire for excellence in musical performance, to encourage appreciation and awareness in listening to music, to promote wider opportunities for sharing joy through music both within our school and within our community, to advance the spirit of good music and musical knowledge, and to enhance the reputation of our school as a center for musical enrichment, accept the honor now granted to us. Candidates, please be seated.
It is our pleasure to present each of you with your Tri-M pin emblem and your membership card. As your name is read, please come forward to receive your membership card and pin, and then return to your seats. Our officers will be handing out the pins and cards. The candidates for student membership are Haley Alaco, Stella Bankston, Declan Blair, Naya Shankauer, Maggie Fournier, Shaylin Francescelli, Alice Getty, Michaela Herzog, Anthony Levita, Brendan Lee, Serena Lowe, Brendan Lynch, Karen Nishino, Ellie Ortega, Elizabeth Police, Elizabeth Pritchard, Connor Slisky, Catherine Slisky, Amber Smith, Lucy Spry, Abigail Stratton, Lucy Wagner, Olivia Wall, Nicholas Wiedemeyer, and Jonathan Zane.
I now officially congratulate and welcome you as new members of Chapter 7433 of the Trium Music Honor Society. May you remember this occasion and strive to live up to the aims and ideals of this organization. For our last performance of the evening, I would now like to introduce Samuel Carpenter, Nicola Labiniak, Zacchaeus Sivan, and Emmanuel Carpenter to play Autumn Leaves.
Thank you so much, Sam, Nicolo, Zacchaeus, and Emmanuel. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Director of Visual and Performing Arts, Mr. Tom Banker.
Good evening, everybody. It is my pleasure to read the congratulatory message from the Tri-M Honor Society National Leadership to the new members of Chapter 7433. Dear inductees, congratulations on your induction into the Tri-M Music Honor Society. Your nomination for membership is based on your musicianship, academic qualification, and demonstrated leadership. You may take great pride in this achievement, which unites you with thousands of other student members throughout the world. As you were instructed during the presentation ceremony, we should study the past to effectively prepare for our future. With that thought in mind, you are now in the unique position of being able to pass on the torch of your musical knowledge to colleagues and future beneficiaries of musical arts. May you wear your Tri-M pin with pride and dignity as you continue to demonstrate the value of music in your life and share your gift with your school and your community. Welcome to the Tri-M family. At this time, the continuing members of Chapter 7433 will be recognized for their dedicated service and for upholding the standards and ideals of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Samantha Bordenaro, Samuel Carpenter, Dina Delady, Owen Kelly, Nicolo Labidia, Christoph Locke Sanzato, Siobhan Lombardi, Aiden Martin, Shalak Patel, and Zacchaeus Sivan. Thank you to the continuing members of Tri-M Music Honor Society, Chapter 7433. You may be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Banker. At this point in our ceremony, we'd like to honor some special members of the Wakefield Memorial High School Music Department community. Honorary lifetime memberships recognize adults in our community who have rendered service to the chapter in keeping with the purpose of the Tri-M Music Honor Society.
This year, our induction planning committee is choosing to award honorary lifetime memberships to two people who have demonstrated great commitment and service to our music department. These two people have been active members of the Wakefield Music Boosters for many years. One of them was the president of the Music Boosters for 7 years, and the other is a teacher in the science department at Wakefield High School. Both of them have volunteered at countless events over the last 15 years and have been huge supporters of all facets of the music department. Both of their children were extremely active in the music department and continue to participate in music and theater today. They have organized marching band festivals, led bands, chaperoned trips, and done so many other things behind the scenes to set up our students for success. This honor will be marked with awarding them these cards and pins. Tonight, we'd like to award honorary lifetime memberships to Ms. Sherry Prosperi and Mr. Lou Prosperi. Congratulations, and thank you on behalf of our entire chapter for all the work you have done over your years of our service. Please join us on stage to be recognized and to receive your membership cards and pins. behalf of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, I want to thank our advisors, Ms. Morel and Mr. Cataldo, our guest speaker, Mr. Ogata, our newest honorary members, Sherry and Lou Prosperi, our Director of Visual and Performing Arts, Mr. Banker, our Principal, Ms. McLeod, Assistant Principals, Mr. Mulaney and Ms. Trafficante, my fellow officers, Liam Mertens for videography and Alyssa Kelly for photography, Superintendent Dr. Lyons and Assistant Superintendent Ms. Morrow, and all of our parent volunteers in the Wakefield Music Boosters. We also appreciate the attendance and support of parents, families, friends, teachers, and guests at our ceremony this evening. At this time, I would ask all Tri-M members to please come to the front of the stage to take a picture, after which we would invite everyone to attend a reception in the cafeteria. Thank you and good night. This concludes tonight's ceremony. There is cake in the cafeteria if you would like some. We encourage you to come eat some. Thank you for coming.